All right, people, we are
Let us
back.
finish this.
We are back with the rest of this very long Q&A, longest one in history for sure, but it's to be expected with what we had planned. We got like 10 people like answering one question each, so that's what happens. We're in the catch-up period, so this stream shouldn't take a whole very long. It's just going to be an extension of the original one. That's it. So yeah, I won't be surprised if new people pop in here, like wondering, hey, what's this or something like that. But no questions. We're not answering any new questions or anything. We're actually catching up with the previous part of the Q&A, which I have laid on a Word document right now. I still have the old chat still up, so I could still use that. The Word document's just a backup. So yeah. All right. So yeah, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it on the layout. You actually still see the old questions still in the layout, so that's actually a good thing. All right. So let's just continue.
Wait, before we start, can I just show the clip real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I finally got it to work. Let's see. For my camera. And
Let us see in which way you got bullshit exactly.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh!
yeah.
Oh, that's a bullshit death.
Oh,
Yeah, that is definitely the stupidest and just most...
Wait.
What?
Wait, I didn't see it. Play it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I'll just rewind it.
Actor star.
Wait, that's my forehead, not the clip. Here we go.
How?
Yeah.
How did that miss? Oh! How did that miss?
Wow.
I don't know how that nice swing missed.
All right.
Okay, let's get back to the questions.
For sure. All right. So where we left off is from Frey. All right. The best final boss theme in the Resident Evil franchise. So what? This is different than your earlier question? Just best boss theme or what?
Yes, earlier best boss theme, and then someone just asked that, and I think shortly below I pointed out, I was like, didn't I ask something very similar earlier?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the only difference between those two questions is one's final and one's any boss, so my answer still applies to that question, so I'm not even gonna bother.
So does mine.
Yeah.
Mine actually doesn't, so I have to probably just move it, and in that case I must say Jack Norman.
Okay.
The final boss theme there's pretty dang kick-ass.
Yeah. Does anyone else have a different answer than what they answered for just any favorite boss theme?
For final boss, my favorite final boss theme is obviously William Birkin G5. OG RE2.
Okay.
Pretty great. It's a pretty great track.
Actually, no, you know what? Never mind. I'm a dumbass. Just Final 3 make Nemesis. Just it's not the most original, but gotta be honest. Never mind. Just make it that.
Okay.
Running a little tired right now, if you can tell.
Yeah, I get that. This is I'm ready for this to be done a bit. Okay. We're just gonna move on because yeah, that's too similar. Okay. So to me specifically from Chrono Defying Ninja, when I eventually get to the Resident Evil 5 on the full plays, do I think Jen would ever join me for a casual stream some playthroughs? So unfortunately, Chrono Defying Ninja, a fact I guess that you don't know about is Jen and I are no longer a couple. So yeah, in fact, she moved out and we don't talk to each other anymore. So yeah, just get that severed right out the gate. All right. Fear Gale, to all of us, have we ever watched or heard of Jackass? If so, who's your favorite member? Yours is Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, I've definitely watched and heard of Jackass, and my favorite member is probably, when he was still in it anyway, was Bam Margera.
Oh, Bam.
Jackass left Jackass? Huh?
Yeah.
How does that make sense? How does that make any sense?
Bam was technically in Jackass forever. You actually can see him in one of the stunts.
You can, yeah. there was a dispute with him and the creators, and that just turned into one big fiasco.
Because Bam kind of turned into a bit of an asshole.
Yeah. All right. So, Fire Mario, have you seen or heard of Jackass?
I've heard of Jackass and I saw a few clips such as those clips gonna be 18 plus because I saw someone get a toy car in to his anus.
Ryan Dunn.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And one of them
What?
it was in a toilet workout and it propels up and down and we had the explosion of a huge amount of shit.
That was. I think you're talking
Oh,
about
that was Dave
Steve-O.
England. He's known as the shitting man.
Or no, you're right. It's Dave England.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Chrono says he's heard of Jackass, and his favorite member is Wee Man.
Oh, nice. All right.
I love Wee Man.
Manu,
What a name.
have you?
So for me, like I heard of Jackass, but I barely even know what it is. Like all I know is think just basically people doing incredibly dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Like
Yeah,
I haven't watched any of it. I used to have a friend who like really enjoyed it. Well, kind of a friend while I was in late elementary school. But ignore they do not try this at home warning though, and it didn't end up well for him.
Oh man.
Oh, wait, what? Oh my god.
He got himself injured bad.
There you go.
Ouch.
We're trying to mimic it.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So you're the one who asked it, Fairgale. So you said Johnny Knoxville already, right?
Yep.
All right.
I am Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Of course. So iconic. All right. It's Frights.
Yep.
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Aaron?
Say something I didn't hear him.
I just like Manu, I've heard of Jackass definitely, but I've never watched it and I have no idea what it's about until I was just told it's just people doing a bunch of dumb stuff.
Getting their asses hurt.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's being
Sure,
a
like
jackass,
Jackass.
so you don't have to, basically.
Pretty sure it was staged, so they didn't actually get hurt, right?
No,
they
some
got hurt.
do get
They
hurt.
got hurt.
And
Wait, is
Got
it?
hurt bad.
they're actual
Is it-
stunts, man. There's nothing staged about it. They are literally doing
What
this
the-
shit.
Fuck. What the fuck?
It's like there is production like involved with some of the stunts, but they're still like putting their lives at risk, or at least their health. And they have medics
Wait.
on standby. But yeah.
Isn't Quint's codename in Resident Evil Rev Jackass?
Yes. Actually,
Who?
one of them. One of their codenames is Jackass. That's right.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember.
Yeah.
Quint.
All right. Grandmaster Omni
Remember
Ultimate.
correctly, Keith was Grinder.
I have heard of Jackass, and I do know who John Knoxville is, but I haven't seen the show myself. Though I do like Johnny himself, though he can certainly be a jackass himself. Somewhat.
Yeah.
So,
I
And-
actually have seen Johnny Knoxville in a form of media other than Jackass. It's this comedy film called The Ringer.
me too.
Ringer.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. And if we talking influences of Jackass on content creators, I would say Filthy Frank, because that sounds pretty gay to me.
Wait, who left?
Look up the Dudesons.
He not
you
the
don't-
first
you don't know
time.
who-
Oh, he not
You don't know
everything, he not
you don't know who Filthy Frank is. You have wasted your life.
I know who Filthy Frank is, and I can tell
I
you
don't know
that
who
much.
Phil.
He is
I
not.
don't know
He
who
is not.
Filthy Frank is. Does that mean I wasted my life?
All he does are just pranks. You should look up the Dudesons.
Nah,
I do
nah,
not
nah.
know, but I think I am gonna choose to stay in ignorance.
Alright, Hinata Tomoe.
Yes,
Have you heard
I
of
know. Jackass? No, and I never. I did not find them funny.
Okie dokie. And finally, Frey. How
Hearing
about you?
anything, I'm just gonna leave and
I
rejoin.
I've heard of Jackass, but I don't know anything about them. All I know is that they do dumbass stunts that like can get them hurt. That's all I know. I don't know
Okay,
anything about them after that. Yeah, so I'm a skip.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So then, the next question is from
God.
Aaron Williams. Resident Evil games that have the best and worst shotguns. Oh, God.
Mm.
Like,
I
okay,
don't even know
two
where to begin with that.
Oh,
2 is one of them. It has the boomstick shotgun that everyone loves. But it's like that's the only shotgun technically, since it starts out as the sawed-off Remington or whatever, and then it upgrades into a shotgun. But let me see. Resident Evil 4 is a good contender. 5 as well. Yeah.
6 might have the worst shotguns.
Here's my thing with
I
the
don't
question.
remember. I
Does
don't
that
remember any shotgun from 6. Does that say something?
Yeah,
So
nothing's
my
memorable.
answer is
Maybe.
What I don't get about this question, does this mean like a Resident Evil game that has like a really bad shotgun and a really good shotgun in the same game, or do they have to be the same game for both of them, or separate ones?
no. So I should have been a little bit more specific, but what I mean is, so a Resident Evil game that has like the best shotgun out of all shotguns, the one that has like the worst shotgun. So for me, it's
Oh,
like Resident. I say
Oh
Resident Evil
wow.
probably has the best shotguns because they're just almost all of them are really powerful at close range, especially fully upgraded. And Resident Evil 6 definitely has the worst shotguns because they only when you shoot them, they only hit a focused target like where the laser is.
yeah.
So it's like
Mhm.
there's no spread. A shotgun, when you shoot it, it's supposed to be like a huge spread of pellets.
Okay.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
If you aim at a zombie's head, it's just gonna shoot that zombie's head. It's not gonna get an entire crowd.
Okay. So
It's been a
that
while since I played 6. I don't
that
remember that.
definitely provides much
I
better
remember that.
context. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
restart. I'm gonna restart now that I know the context, and my answer slightly changes because of that. So the Resident Evil game with the best shotguns, in my opinion, is Resident Evil 5. Because you got 4 different types of shotguns, all with their own powers and abilities and cons for that matter. But with that much variety and this sheer difference between all of them, I think that is the best selection of shotguns. And the game right at the succeeding game has the worst shotguns, as said like twice here now. Resident Evil 6, yeah, easily has the worst shotguns in the franchise. So there you go. All right, Fire Mario, let's go to you. What do you think? Which game has the best shotguns and which game has the worst shotguns, in your opinion?
Let's see. Maybe 6 are the worst ones because they don't feel so punchy as the previous titles and even the next one. Uh, Hard to tell. I think. Uh, it's okay. Is it okay if I
What?
pick only one?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
anything you think of, really, so that
I
it
think
matters.
my favorite shotgun in the whole franchise is the M21 in Resident Evil 7, the double barrel.
There you go.
Yeah, because it has better accuracy, better fire rate, a better range. Of course, lower capacity because double barrel, but it's worth it to get it. very early in the game.
There you go. Alrighty.
I'm back.
So after Fire Mario, you got Manu. What do you think?
Alright, so I was kind of thinking along the same line as you, like 5 for best, 6 for worst, but I decided to like elaborate on that specifically to focus on one specific thing, and that is a goddamn Hydra.
A
Resident Evil
Hydra.
5, that thing is amazing, the best shotgun, and then 6 is like the worst. It's the same friggin' weapon.
Yeah. For the rest of the
You
franchise,
noticed
it's
it
dwarfed.
too.
And a very similar case, because I got another one, and that's Resident Evil 2. OG, you got the boomstick. Remake,
Hell yeah.
total letdown.
The remake has
shotgun,
remakes let down in every
shotgun's a
single
total
weapon.
letdown, and it feels like it's really not good for anything except quickly blowing up zombie heads.
Yeah. Also, the upgrade makes it take 2 slots. That's even worse.
Whereas the OG is the boomstick, so it's like Assassin's Creed feels like such a huge letdown before and after.
Yeah.
True. True, true.
Alrighty.
It doesn't have that effect.
It's Frights. What do you think?
I don't know if I could speak in like objective stats about which ones are statistically better, but I would say I like using the shotguns in 5 the best, and I don't really have much fun with the shotguns in 8.
Ah.
But I need to play all the games more because some of them I've only done like one playthrough or I haven't played them in some months. So I'm not like the most familiar. So I take it with a grain of salt.
Grain of salt. Gotcha. Okie dokie. Alright.
Well, I'll take it with a grain of pepper if I feel like.
Aaron Williams. Whoa.
Oh, what is that?
Something's terribly
Heard a
wrong.
phone.
But yeah, it appears that Aaron Williams might be AFK right now. It's like
Probably.
yeah. So we'll bypass him unless he comes in while we're still on the question. So Grandmaster Omni Ultima.
I'm gonna have to say, I don't want to put Resident Evil 0 in the spotlight so much, but there's so many different things wrong with it. I mean, the hunting gun is just the worst shotgun in the series. Because, I mean, we compare it to the pump action shotgun that you later get at the training facility. It's pointless. It's pointless to use the hunting gun after that, even if it does slightly more damage. I mean, in RE7, I mean, you get the pump action shotgun first, and then you get the double barrel shotgun second. The double barrel shotgun actually does considerable damage, better than pump action shotgun. So
it fires way faster.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Kind of a similar deal to Revelations 2, where the first shotgun only has 2 shots, and then you get a pump action with more ammo.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much that. So yeah, I would
In
say.
Rev 2, you can at least put parts to increase capacity, so.
Yeah, pretty much. So
offset.
I would say RE0, even though I don't want to put it there, but it has to.
Oh yeah, you got a phone call. Are we still on the same question?
Yeah, about shotguns. Best games with the best shotguns and game with the worst shotguns is the question.
Alright.
So Grandmaster, you say 0 is the game with the worst ones. Did you say what the one was for the best one?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I don't. For some reason, I don't recall catching what you said for best. But...
Oh yeah. Best. Well, best it has to be from the same game since RE0 only has 2 shotguns. I would say any pump action shotgun is better than its non-pump action counterpart. Except there are certain differences. You have the striker, which is kind of subjective, and the Saiga 12 from Village. The Saiga is just mops the floor. I mean, it has more firepower, better reloading, a better reload speed, a better capacity, better everything. There is no reason why would you use previous shotguns, except if you feel like it.
Welcome to
So, yeah.
Russia. Yeah, because the Sega
Laughs in
12.
RE5 Hydra.
Yeah, because the Sega 12 is based off an AK. Based off the famous AK, but with shotgun shells and
Yeah.
semi-automatic.
Yeah, it's an
goddamn thing looks more like an assault rifle.
Yeah, it's an AK style
Yeah.
shotgun.
But
Yeah,
it's
for real.
it's the semi-automatic assault shotgun.
All right.
It's-
So Aaron Williams, are you present?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So let me come back to you. So the question is, Resident Evil game with the best shotguns and the Resident Evil game with the worst shotguns.
Oh, I already answered this question.
Oh, my bad. You're the one who asked it.
I think I'm the one who asked it.
Yeah.
You're the one who asked it.
Oh,
he is.
I am freaking retarded.
Listen, he provided the example.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Funny little story. I know we were just talking about Jackass, and right after that, my dad came in here. He showed me a Redbox copy of Jackass Forever.
Wow.
Wow, the coincidence.
Seriously.
Say
All right then.
coincidence? I think not.
Okay. So then I'll go to.
Maybe he was eavesdropping and he decided to do that.
So we'll go to Hinata then.
Possible.
For worst shotgun in Resident Evil, worst shotguns, that definitely goes to RE6.
Yeah.
For best
Yeah.
ones, for the best shotguns, I think I'd have to go to RE4, actually.
Resident Evil 4.
I know, because I don't know too much about the actual statistics of RE7s and RE8s shotguns, so I'm just using with what knowledge that I do have on hand.
For sure. That's good.
Do nominate the Striker in RE4 for candidate for potentially best shotgun in the series, so yeah.
Alright. And finally, Frey.
I was just gonna go with what you said, RE5 best.
And
I don't really
RE6
know
worst. Okay.
I don't really know much about guns in Resident Evil.
That's fair. Alright.
And it's been a while since I've played them, so my memory's gonna be rusty.
Alright.
I don't think I answered this question yet.
Fairga, you haven't?
No, I don't think so.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't.
But my favorite, I think the game with the best shotguns would have to be like Resident Evil 2 original, because both shotguns allow you to split zombies and you shoot in the middle. Of course, you obviously have the boomstick. Then of course, then when it comes to the worst shotguns, it has to be Resident Evil 6. They downplayed those shotguns so bad.
Yo.
I think the worst offender would have to be the Hydra.
Take fucking time.
Okay.
Yeah.
This last playthrough I've been doing on RE6, I've been playing as Helena, and I decided to use the Hydra to give it more of a spotlight, and I've essentially been nerfing myself the goddamn playthrough.
The problem with the Hydra in RE6.
And that's funny, there's supposed to be 10 gauge shells, and 10 gauge is supposed to be more powerful than 12 gauge.
Not weak.
Yet stat-wise, it's actually weaker than the regular shotgun, so...
No, 10 gauge is supposed to be more powerful than 12 gauge, because it's less pellets.
Wow.
No, it's
I think.
supposed to be more powerful, but the game decides to be like, fuck you, I'm gonna give it worse stats.
No, if you're not point blank with a Hydra, you are not using it correctly. But if you want to use it correctly, to begin with, you better not be using it at all. I mean,
The good thing about the Hydra is unloading the 3 shots at once. Like, boom, boom, boom. That's the only
it's
good thing
only
about it.
useful in killing minor zombies and maybe getting a cheap shot in with a quick shot in something like survivals or predator mode.
The quick shot looks cool, but eh.
It's still bad.
Quick
I will
shot
never
is
understand
Also,
what
you know, the
what's
fact
up.
that there's no one-handed aiming, that is just unforgivable.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
Hydra
True.
was powered for one game and then got extremely nerfed. and then forgot about.
All right. Well, I think that will conclude that question there. All right. Right after that, Aaron Williams also asked, and this one I really don't think all of us need to answer for him. It's like we just maybe some people with some experience, but his question was tips for high school and life.
Yeah, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. Everyone's all different. Why do I have to put my influence on them?
all I'm gonna say is try to make friends if you can and maintain them, and it's like
already done.
Okay, and like if and when you have the option to choose your own classes, like electives or something like that, obviously choose something that fits your subject line.
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right.
I have to say something for high school is mainly try just to not let the bullies get to you, because chances are you're inevitably gonna have someone trying to bully you. Just ignore them best you can. Don't play into their game.
Yeah, there's no real bullies at my school, but there certainly are some annoying ones.
And sure, make friends, but choose them wisely. Don't just befriend anyone who comes across, because
that too
can backfire.
Find people who share similar interests.
Yeah.
Trying to be everyone's friend, if you ask me, I think backfires. Just
yeah.
What are we talking about now?
Just
high school tips
for high school because I'm.
Oh.
at least that's honestly how I feel like. If anyone feels free to disagree or say otherwise, then
just pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the important details. You know, study, and there you go.
Yeah, and
because after high school you won't be able to sleep in college.
Yeah, and to answer that, to help you with that, from what from my experience at least, if anyone taunts you, or at least it tries to goad you into or tries to agitate you in any way possible, just ignore them. Even people who you want to befriend, you befriend, but they're not actually your friends. You spend time with them, they're not your friends. Leave them. And the game, it goes for real life, and it goes for the internet, for the people who meet on the internet, Discord or anywhere else. And yes, keep up with your studies, because you have to make something of yourself. And yeah, you have to make you have to make you have to make good things of yourself with studying. Yeah, and for college, make sure you choose a major that you will love for, or at least you're comfortable with for the remainder of your life. You're okay with following a career like that. You're a career in that major.
100% true.
Yeah. So that's what I can that's what I can offer at least.
All right. Good stuff.
All right.
YouTube just recommended me the Weekly 7.
All right, I've got one more from Aaron Williams after that. This is to me specifically kind of so if I don't mind, at the end of this, can you show me a quick compilation of you raging at Resident Evil games? So do you mean like within the stream, like at the very end, or just like once we conclude it and just in Discord in general? What do you mean?
Preferably at the end of the stream, but if that's not possible, I probably could just put a little compilation of me raging.
Okay. Well, how long is it?
Most clips are under like 15 seconds, really.
Share it in memes and media.
Memes and media.
Oh yeah, the channel. So it's like where, yeah. So yeah, within the stream, I don't think it's a good idea at this point. But
I like to see that shared in memes and media.
Yeah, the only thing is
something like sorry. Something like that should be on our own time, not on the stream.
Yeah, probably.
Agree.
Yeah, okay.
We could probably like stay on chat after the stream, like off the stream, and then you can share it.
Once we're off of YouTube and done with the Q&A business, I wouldn't mind sticking with y'all for a little longer if you had any other thing to show me, stuff like that. So yeah, you can show me and us here in Discord, but YouTube, unfortunately, no, we're not gonna do it on here. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we'll skip that. Manu, to all of us, how many of us play or at least have played Super Smash Bros, regardless of which one, and if you do, who is your main favorite character? So I have
played.
Yeah, I've played both Brawl on the Wii and the one that came after that on the Wii U, whatever. I think that one's just called Smash Brothers.
It's just everybody just calls it Smash 4.
Smash for Wii U.
Yeah,
Smash 4
Smash
because
for
it's
Wii U.
also on the 3DS and it's literally.
Yeah.
So
They were just lazy as fuck with the title.
Yeah.
Just Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, for 3DS.
So yeah, those are the ones I played, and my favorite character to use was freaking. Oh my god!
Damn, I had this on for how long?
I don't even remember his name. I want to say it's the main villain of Zelda.
Oh,
Ganondorf. Yeah, that sounds familiar. That's it.
Yeah. This guy.
Yes.
But yeah, that was my favorite. All right.
It's an interesting pick. All right.
Anyone else? I have one, but I kind of want to do it as an order.
Oh yeah. So Manu, do you want to answer your own question?
Needless to say, I do play Smash Brothers. I have played Brawl, and since I'm on the Switch, I play Smash Ultimate a lot. And yeah, my main character is Snake, so yeah.
Snake. All right.
Yeah, the two Smash games I played were Brawl and Ultimate, and I don't know why a lot of people don't really like Brawl that much for some reason. For some odd reason.
It's just because it wasn't like Melee. Melee was like really fast and like really, well, just fast in general, and people like that. And because Brawl was slower, they didn't like. That's the dumbest reason ever.
Yeah,
people who didn't like Brawl were like the more competitive people.
Yeah, the Melee was more for competitive people. Brawl was made for more people who are new to the series, so they made it more slower and like the people who were competitive in Melee didn't like it. And so we're like, oh, Brawl sucks. It's not Melee too. Don't play it. Dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I like Brawl mainly because it was the first Smash Bros that actually have stories.
Oh, true.
Which was pretty interesting. And my mains are Mario and Luigi.
All right.
Not that mains.
It works. All
right. Fairgale, why don't you go?
Oh, I don't play Smash Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you're missing out.
It's not, fighting games are not really my thing. I tried with Mortal Kombat. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Even though I was sort of okay with it, I just gave up on fighting game.
Smash is better than Mortal
Smash
Kombat.
is like a very
I have to agree with
traditional
that.
fighting game, and it's pretty easy to get into.
Yeah. Well,
I think
yeah,
you get
yeah,
the
it's super
chance by if you get the chance any random time by I don't know, going to someone's house who has the game, give it a try. My suggestion.
All right. It's Frights. What about you?
I haven't really played any of them, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I actually plan to like get a Switch sometime in a couple months. So that might be something I might do.
Cool.
Okay. All right, Aaron, you answered already. Fire Mario. What about you?
I've played all of them, and my main character I've played the most was is it gonna be a surprise when I will say Mario?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was expecting a plot twist, but
Nah. I mean, my old photo profile was from Smash 4, with Fire Mario suit. But unfortunately, the Mario don't have the suit anymore in Ultimate, which is completely dumb.
Oh man.
I was thinking about it as like F for that.
Yeah, why? Sure,
They
it
only
used
got
to
rid of that because they pulled that like wedding tuxedo from Odyssey, and that took up the slot of the white costume, and they don't ever have more than 8.
Hey,
In
what is
Ultimate, they remove Fire Mario costume for the wedding costume in Odyssey.
dumbest
Wow.
idea ever?
Yeah, that
Would
was
have removed some other.
Why?
like you
'cause,
could have
like,
got rid of
Why?
like any other like they could have got rid of the green one.
I
Like
mean,
the green
green
It's
or
one,
supposed to be
the
like a
that
lunar
blue
one,
one,
one.
like
that
they're
one would
just
not be missed.
random recolored. So
you
I
know what?
agree.
You know what's worst? Whitley has still his Fireflower suit in Ultimate. Why not Mario? This is completely garbage.
And Peach has a fire flower outfit.
Yeah, from 3D World.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Grandmaster, if you've experienced it.
Uh, say, oh yeah, it is with great displeasure to inform you that I actually haven't played any Smash Bros. Game.
You're
Actually,
you're missing out.
yeah, but I have played a little bit of Melee, a little bit,
Oh,
around 10 minutes or so, and I'm actually kind of liking it. So I may get
hell
Smash
yeah.
Ultimate sometime
Oh
down.
yeah. You should. It's a really great game. Super fun. And super friendly too.
If someone looks into it but hasn't played, maybe try to a chance to play as someone else's first before deciding on buying.
Yeah, and I have played Melee, so I'm actually kind of interested. My interest increased up to 100, up to 1,000 really, with the addition of a certain RPG character to the last character basically.
Sora?
Ah,
Sora, right?
you mean
Sora.
Sora?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
Sora.
okay, I never actually wanted to go near Smash Ultimate. I mean, I'm sorry, but the lineup makes no sense. You go from Joker all the way to Sephiroth. That makes no sense. Please, that
Okay, game makes amazing matchups.
It's
I
just
know,
cause.
but
It's just cause.
it's weird. This
It's
is
just
weird.
for fun.
It's
Well, that's
meant
how it
to be
is.
insane.
But yeah.
All right, Hinata, what about you? Hinata,
Hinata AFK.
having mic troubles? I don't see the mute
Maybe
icon, but I can't hear her.
Either AFK or Mike. Discord a moment. Hello?
If it was my issues, she would probably already left and rejoined. So I'm gonna say AFK.
Yeah. All right.
What?
I'm just testing something.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Hinata said in main lobby Discord issues.
All right. Frey, why don't you go ahead then?
Yeah. Well, I played every single Smash game, including Ultimate. Ultimate's my favorite. It's kind of hard to decide my main. I play a lot of characters. God damn it. I'm probably gonna go with Pyra and Mithra because I just like playing with them. I find them so
That
easy
is
to play
a
and they're
good
so fun to play
choice.
too. Just gonna go with that. But there's other characters, like a ton of other characters I like to play too. I can't really decide, so I'm just gonna go with that.
For anyone who plays Smash, I would have suggested to play online, but not only do I not have online, but it's hot garbage. So.
True, it is hot garbage.
Testing, mod check, 1, 2.
Alright, it
good.
works. It works now.
All
It works
right.
now. It works now.
1, 2, 3. It is working
thank God.
fine. Let's go.
All right. Well,
Okay,
then
where were we?
you can go ahead.
It will be your turn to answer the Smash question.
It's your turn.
Alright, my first and only Smash game is Ultimate, and I've had a couple of I have 2 or 3 mains, but the 2 I've been getting into mainly is Pila, Mifflin Pila, and
That's
Palutena.
Ooh.
I have, and in addition, I have been trying to get into playing Morph.
Marth? Yeah, Marth's great. He got buffed.
I use Roy for my secondary, so close enough.
I just go with Crumb.
All right,
Fire Emblem.
we can.
Yes.
And it's also worth
Right
noting I've
there.
also been trying to get into using Byleth recently too.
Violet. Oh, Violet. I forgot about
I
Violet. Shit. Violet is great.
I tried, it's just not for me.
Well,
Yeah.
it is fun for me. It's really fun to use her or him,
And
her,
maybe
whatever.
after the stream we can trade, like we can give each other our friend codes, and maybe we can play some Smash together afterward.
Once we both get online, sure, why not?
If
Yeah.
I had a line, I would give it a try and hope the lag is not too bad, but
If we both have good internet connection, then it won't be so.
I
I
have
still-
pretty decent internet connection. I just Discord usually has the issues.
my
Same here,
internet's
so
good. My router's right on my room. I don't have the switch wired, but
I'm on a
I'm
single floor building
I'm
with
literally
my
in front of my router right now.
Like I'm only like one decently small hallway away from
my
my
router's
router.
over
The
there
router's
to
in the
my
kitchen.
right side.
My router's all the way down in my sister's room.
I still don't know why they added Pyra and Mithra instead of Rex. If they want to
I think that was a better choice, in all honesty.
Service, because everybody
for a more
preferred
original
and mix it up
choice,
for some little kid.
Okay, I know, but you know, why put the big anime titty lady instead of the little kid? I mean, there's no reason.
It's because of what you said. It's because of that.
Guess
Alright.
Guess what's a twist? He thought he was gonna be in Smash and he got owned.
Yeah, I know. I saw the trailer. I saw the whole direct even. It was ridiculous.
All
I
right.
like it because of that whole transformation gimmick, so I was satisfied with it.
Let's get
How
off
many
the
questions are
Smash.
left?
Yeah, no, we can talk about this after the stream.
Yeah. We should.
We
All
could
right.
talk about Smash for hours.
Chrono defying
I could.
ninja.
I know I could.
Chrono defying
How many
ninja.
questions are left?
Like 5, 6 maybe. All right. To all of us, quick fire, no explanation. So we should be able to rapid fire this. Your favorite Resident Evil quote of all time? Me, it's "I have this." There you go.
Monster. Get out of there. There'll be
Alright.
one less to worry about.
Let's go in order
Great,
though.
I have this.
I have this.
The same. Is that the same for you, Manu? I have this. Okay, fair go.
I have this.
Of course you have to say that.
Fellow man of culture.
It's
over
Frights. What about you?
Wesker's one about complete global saturation, probably.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty good actually.
here. You cannot hear it without thinking of the outtake.
Just any
Kill
Wesker
Matt,
quote.
right? Tiger's gut, man.
Alright.
Or
Alright,
something
let's
like
keep the
that.
rapid fire going.
Aaron Williams.
MP style.
My favorite quote, this is war. Survival is your responsibility.
Ooh. Okay.
Whoa, that was really good. Who said that? I don't remember.
Honk.
Honk.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
All right.
Human unit
No
never
wonder.
fails.
Fire Mario.
I think it will be from Resident Evil 1, from Chris. Come on, you test tube freak.
Hmm.
There you go. I of course love his original quote. So much for him. We got to the root of the problem.
Chris, I thought it was
That is so fucking cheesy and cringe. That's what makes it great. That's what makes it great.
No.
Chrono says his favorite is "You ready to finish this?"
From RE5.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like at the very, very end.
Someone just left. Shit.
Who did we lose?
It was It's Frights.
Oh, it's Frights.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Grandmaster, favorite quote.
Hey, Wait. Hey,
Mm,
boy, yeah, hey, sorry, hey, it's up to us to take down Umbrella. Oh, finally.
There you
Oh,
go.
from the OGRE2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ah,
the
OGRE2
very
canon
end with
this
ending.
one.
Leon.
I'm actually
Hell yeah.
surprised why you guys didn't mention it yet.
I don't know. I just prefer
Actually,
other
it's pretty
Leon
slept on, so GG.
quotes.
All right, he not.
It's a more like two nines shot after one after another. I sent my left hand to dispose of you, or was it right hand? One of the
Right
hands.
hand.
Right
Your
hand.
right,
Right
yeah, no,
hand.
right hand. Your right hand comes off.
That's a classic.
Wasn't even
Oh.
full.
That's one of the best. That in fact that is my favorite quote from Resident Evil 4. I'm pretty sure.
My favorite Leon quote.
Yeah, Neo. I love that quote.
Yep.
There was no quote quite like it.
All right. Finally, Frey.
Let me quote it. Monsters gets up predictably one less to worry about. That one from my Leon.
Yeah. Not even phased by Salazar.
That's why Leon is a badass.
Right. All right. Well, cool. Got through that one pretty good because it was rapid. All right. Also from Chrono Defying Ninja to all of us, your worst fail moment on any playthrough of any Resident Evil game. I mean, this.
And I'm gonna have
This
to
kinda
Wouldn't
like
it?
the dumbest death.
Isn't it like the same like the dumbest death? Like the same.
It's similar, more or less, but it's like a fail moment. It doesn't necessitate a death. Like it could just lead to a big setback, or I don't know. It's like maybe the several times I've missed I missed bringing the crank with me when I needed to go back to when I was about to put the battery in the elevator for Resident Evil 1. It's like I can't tell you how many times I forgot about to get the crank again, and I had to backtrack all the way to the item box. So
I've done that too.
Fucking Valve 4 and RE2 for the sewers.
For me, it
Think of
will.
one.
For me, it will
I think of one.
be well in any game. I have my inventory full every time,
oh man.
and every time it happens to me, I did in the classic games and 7, I have to go back to a segment to put all the shit I don't need for now, and then go back to the exploration. Yep, but I still carry a gun.
Oh,
I
Of
got
course.
one. Alright, I remember now.
Except if there's no enemies anymore in the area. So on this case, I just don't pick any items to take more stuff.
all right. Let's try to go in order for the rest of them. Manu, did you say it already?
No, I did not, and trying to think hard of any. If I have to think of any fail moment that isn't outright a death, do not be repetitive. Probably me just like goofing up in Code Veronica and like leaving the extinguisher behind at the prison at the beginning, and then that biting me in the ass way later on because it makes me miss out on the Magnum.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. Oh man. All right, fair gal.
I was speed running Resident Evil 2 original. I was on Leon's A scenario. I was at the final boss. I was up against
Oh no.
William stage 4. I was very cocky, and I got killed by his bite attack.
Oh shit.
And the worst part is, I didn't save once.
Well, in a speed run, typically you wouldn't save.
No.
I was
Yeah.
so furious. I turned off the game.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That
Grain,
could have been you against Mr. X, Shankster.
For
Right.
me,
That was almost
It
you.
was right at the end, and I'm certain I had him down at half health.
I'm pretty sure your reaction was almost
I
like what's your problem,
I
Green?
remember
What's your
Shank.
problem? Video. Missile Ram, Missile Ram. And then he smashed the keyboard like a maniac.
All right.
Yeah, like I remember
Yeah,
Shankster's
this
massive
one.
"oh crap" moment in the tetralogy when he realized he didn't bring any healing to Mr. X.
All right. It's
I just
Frights.
remember that and I was like, oof.
I'd probably say when I was doing RE0 Leech Hunter and I was trying to get the achievement where you take out all the enemies, and it took me like 2 or 3 tries just because I would get to like the end. I would be in like the 90 range where they respawn, and it would just be some like dumb mistake. Like I think a bunch of monkeys respawn, or the exterminators, I think they're called, and it would just be
Eliminators.
like I miss a
They are.
shot and they stun lock me, and then it's like
Eliminators.
all that progress.
Yeah.
Evil Zero in a
Oh my
nutshell.
gosh. All right. Aaron Williams.
Well, besides the clip I showed earlier, oh, I got one. Similar to Fear Girl, I was speed running Resident Evil Code Veronica to get the A rank in order to get the rocket launcher. And when I was leaving the underground airport with all 3 of the like medallions to get underground to get the blue emblem, I got jumped by those freaking poisonous hunters. And I didn't get stun locked. I got worse than stun locked. I got stuck in a corner, I kept hit, and I couldn't move. I couldn't even open my inventory. So
Oh,
I'm
dude.
trying to shoot my gun, open the inventory to heal, do anything, but I can't do anything, and I ended up dying.
Shit, that reminds
Jesus.
me of. Does anyone remember? I think Feargill saw it like several months ago when I shared a screenshot of me on Code Veronica, in where I somehow got stuck behind a barrel and I could not get out.
Oh yeah, I remember you
I
sharing
was
that.
completely stuck there, and I was like, I got hit
You
by a
got
hunter.
you soft
like,
locked yourself.
But
like I
here's
got hit by a hunter, and the hunter pushed me past the barrel somehow.
Wow.
Then I could not get out.
But here's the thing, though.
Glitch moment. That's a glitch moment.
Since I was speed running the
Sucks.
game, going through, and I could only save once, where you get that free save after the first half of the game is over after the tyrant fight. Guess what? After I died, I not only had to exit the entire game, I had to restart all the way from the beginning of the Antarctic base as Claire.
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Code
That's where you
Veronica
have
Yeah,
to
that
do
was-
in
note,
Code
just-
Veronica
that was
speedrun,
definitely
right?
not my
on
proudest
speedrunning
moment.
on that
God
game, there's one little
damn.
thing I want to point out before I forget, because I know there's one thing that can make you waste a lot of time very easily on the Antarctic base with Claire, and that is the fact that if you do not check like the hole for the gas pipe, later on you have to go there to just like change the shape of the valve.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
that's
most
so
retarded
funny.
thing ever.
Reshape it. Like if you try to reshape the valve without checking the pipe, the game tells you you do not know what shape to make.
Yeah, that's so stupid because that happened to me when I was speedrunning. When I was speedrunning it on my final attempt, I was like, okay, I know I gotta bring the valve to go reshape it. So I run over and I'm like, okay, this is a huge save of time because now I don't have to, I didn't have to go and check this. The game tells me, oh, I don't know what shape to make it. I'm like, why? Just
On a
why?
note, on a very similar note, if Claire gets poisoned by Nosferatu,
Oh
and then you
yeah.
get to crisp to the serum part, if you do not have the file on you that tells you about the serum, it will not spawn. So you need to go pick up the file.
Wow, man.
Yeah. In fact, the playthrough where I died to the hunters actually gave me an excuse not to have to go get the serum for Claire, because if I continued and I didn't die to those hunters, I would have had to get the serum for her, because in that run I did get poisoned as Claire.
Ugh.
Ultimately, if you're speedrunning, you want to avoid being poisoned anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight is. I don't know. It's annoying on like Xbox 360 the HD versions because it's way harder to see than like on the PS2 and Dreamcast versions.
Alrighty.
Anyway,
We move on to Fire Mario. What about you?
About what? I'm sorry, I kind of lost because it's 3 a.m.
I think he
Oh, it's
did
fine.
answer it. The
Oh,
fail one?
you're,
Oh yeah, I don't have I don't have any big fail except well, I think like I said, I think we just come across this situation when your inventory is full.
right. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that also means backtrack to the safe room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I think that's happened to all of us at least once at some point in any game.
at least one in the lot.
I'm a
sorry,
compulsive
that's-
item hoarder, so it definitely happens to me.
Yeah. I'm a perfectionist, completionist, collectionist, so happens to me a lot actually. Alright. Grandmaster Omni
I
Ultima.
hate speedrunning in the RE games. You gotta leave so much shit behind.
I guess the biggest fail in any Resident Evil game, I would think, something that's not actually mentioned very often, mentioned at all. The walking to you of getting the nitro in remake, getting the nitro capsule,
Oh,
then
yeah.
you keep
Oh
walking,
yeah.
then you keep walking and walking. If you suddenly run, boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that
Or
explosion
if the
looks.
chimeras grab you and shake you, you're also dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
so
even know how that looks. It's never happened to me. Is it just a fade to white?
Yeah,
if
it just
you
fades to white.
kind of yeah. Yeah.
for next actually there's an extra there's a bit of a tip of a night room. Basically, just have to kill every enemies in your future way for the night room.
Yeah, the area. Yeah,
Clear.
I actually do that all the time, but
Yeah.
still,
Me too.
the idea of walking itself is especially considering if you play the HD remaster and you use the non-tank controls.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that can actually be
Yeah.
kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use the D-pad.
I think if you do that, you have you got a D-pad.
I do know
Otherwise,
that you can afford to run a tiny bit. Like, I know in my full play of Remake, there were a couple playthroughs where I actually did still run in a couple sections. Like, you can run for like a couple seconds at most, and then start walking again, and you can get away with it for quite a bit. Not too long. Though.
Which remake are we talking about?
You're able to run
One.
like
First
3
one.
steps.
One remake.
One.
Ah.
It's the only remake where you have to do this.
Yeah. But yeah, I just know there is a small period
Orange
where you can
gamers
afford
be like,
to.
jokes on you. I do the entire game walking.
So yeah, I have yet to see
Bad.
like a proper speed run of that game, but yeah, I wonder what the record holder, how he got through that section. Like,
You know, actually, Dante Avabili actually beat the Resident Evil 4 without running. Trust me, this is completely ridiculous.
you know, that's a little challenge or just a little plan I had for just a way to casually play through the games is, what if I just walk the whole time, like in every game?
Wow.
The runtime would be a lot longer.
I was messing around with that one remake, and I legitimately could not save Richard in time, even when I beelined it.
All right, Hinata, we can come on to you now. What about you?
Alright, let me think. I had one in my mind, now I have to try to think about it. Oh yeah, it was, no surprise here, but Outbreak and Decisions.
Should make a drinking game out of this.
I know, right?
Good thinking.
I might dive into some Jaeger once we're finally done here.
It was my very first time playing very hard mode. I chose to do it as a Nissa. And I decided to do the P-base route.
Oh.
Now, eventually, I came to where you get to the Hunter Gammas. I'm not quite sure if those are Hunter Gammas or not, but I'm assuming they are.
Yeah, they're gammas.
But I dodged one, but it was. I was dodged one. I had one in front of me, and I didn't know there was another behind me. So when one tried to grab me, they can eat you on land, by the way. So when one tried to grab me to do that, I backstepped into the other one's grab
Oh my gosh.
without realizing it, and I ended up getting swallowed.
Oh Jesus!
Wait, how many chapters or campaigns are there in Outbreak? Because I never
5.
played it before.
Five in
believe
the
there are
first one, and there are 5 story ones in the second one with additional things that you can do for added fun in the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, and how many characters are there?
8.
Total of 8, but they're all NPCs that are based off of them that you can unlock for extra fun.
Dang.
So I can, with those questions alone, I know for a fact you don't watch my full play of it.
It's mostly because I've never played Outbreak and I don't understand how the game works I just don't know anything about Outbreak at
It's
all. I never.
I do not understand. You're given 5 scenarios and you have a choice of 8 characters. Choose how you want to play it by choosing which character you want with which scenario.
And then you do your best to bumble your way through it. Maybe you'll sink, maybe you'll swim. Or maybe you'll end up a zombie. Who knows?
It's even more fun if you're playing online, but of course you gotta be playing it through an emulator.
yeah. You have the computer to do
So
that.
you don't. So you almost have to play the game 30 times.
Yeah.
You know what? That
Well, if you're
reminds
a
me of.
completionist, yes.
This is a
So
little off topic, but this reminds me of Shadow the Hedgehog because in order to there's multiple story paths, and in order to get all the story paths, and do each mission with each character and all that stuff, you have to play the game almost 326 times.
yeah. So here's the thing.
God.
Sweet effing motherfucking lord, how about now?
So I'm gonna further complicate it for you. So yeah, while there's 8 characters and 5 scenarios, so that would be a total of 40 playthroughs. That actually is how many playthroughs I did for my full play. The thing is, if I wanted to take it way further, there's also 4 difficulty modes that change things up within the scenarios. So if I wanted to truly 100% the shit out of this game, then so we're at 40, right? Add in a multiple of 4 for the difficulties, I would have actually played through this game 160 times.
Damn.
Flamingo,
Also,
you're
hey,
back.
Flamingo's back.
Yeah,
Yo.
Never.
Destroy.
No.
Just the
Never again.
Made it for the finale, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Yo, what's going
I think
on?
Flamingo-
What have I
Flamingo on
missed?
I think Flamingo
Yeah,
on his
I-
brain is like, you motherfuckers still here?
We had to start another stream.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's definitely quite up there. Okay. But yeah, nice little Outbreak talk, but let's get on to Frey's answer for fail
I
moment.
guess fail moment. I'm just gonna go with one when I was 7. When you get to Lucas, I don't know how you call it, but it's where he puts a lot of traps, and those explosive traps. Sometimes he puts them even in item boxes.
Tripwire trap.
Yeah, those things. I
Oh.
was being really careful, and I throughout my entire playthrough, I didn't have that much ammo. I wasn't really that conservative. But then I learned, okay, it's not worth fighting the normal enemies. They're too resistant. You might as well just blow them up with a shotgun. So I was walking carefully, but there was 2 or 3 times where I didn't see it and I got freaking blown up. And it was so annoying to deal with, especially because I didn't have too many healing items. And also scared the hell out of me when it happened. I'm gonna go with that.
I hate all the explosive boxes.
Yes.
No,
But it's just
Flamingo,
some
someone
Flamingo
might
tripwires
answer
not
the
that...
question now that it's here last minute.
Yeah, there's just some tripwires that were placed really, really well where I couldn't see them. And they got blown up.
Alright.
What?
Cool.
Not for Flamingo.
Flamingo, since you're here now, you could answer the question if you want. The question is your worst fail moment on any playthrough of any Resident Evil game.
Uh-oh.
That's coming from
Okay.
that was coming from Hinata getting an emergency alert. Ooh.
Yeah, that was an
Oh.
Amble note.
Oh, great, another asshole out there kidnapping children.
Oh god. Yeah. So Flamingo, are you there? I'm not hearing anything from you, but I don't see the mute icon, so what's up?
Might just genuinely be AFK.
Could be. Huh.
If I made a Flamingo, I'd get him back.
What?
Yes.
If I made a Flamingo call, would that bring him back?
Have no idea. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and move on then.
I forgot to it's all loud that time.
Okay. Aaron Williams, we pretty much already answered that at this point. The favorite Resident Evil boss music. So,
Yeah.
In the favorite already quote.
yeah. Alright, so, and Manu said he pretty much asked the same thing earlier. Okay. So then, yeah.
Oh, we're almost done the final stretch.
Favorite Resident Evil quote. Yeah, we did that already.
Wait, what's the last question?
Fuck.
The last question is from Chrono Defying Ninja. It's the favorite Resident Evil jump scare. Which
That's a good one.
we're really
Oh,
close.
the final stretch.
I'm just going back up through the questions because yeah, Chrono Defying Ninja did ask already favorite Resident Evil quote of all time. So that question was already asked as well. Aaron.
Yep.
Yo.
Flamingo, you're back again.
Yeah, nah, Discord's having a fun time right now.
Yeah, it's been happening to like all of
Always
us.
having a
All
fun
of us.
time.
Yeah, it
we've
definitely
all
has to
had
be like
deal with it.
the amount of people.
Yeah. So
Can't handle it.
once you answer, if you can, what's your worst fail moment on any playthrough of every Resident Evil game? Of any Resident Evil game.
Worst fail moment. So you know how you can one-shot Wesker in the final boss with just a rocket launcher, so long as Chris Sheva snipes him in the back of the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, missing that. I managed to.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. Yeah.
That's embarrassing, but I can relate in some degree.
Oh yeah.
All right. We
No, but
literally.
I mean, the embarrassing moments are what makes it fun.
So we literally only have like
Makes it to the highlight reel.
there's only like 3 questions left that we all have to answer. There's 4, but all right. So
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Frey, which was to me, which I think is to me specifically because of what it's asking. After Outbreak File 2, what game comes after? The one
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people have been waiting for, Resident Evil 4.
Yes! Yes! Hell yeah.
After Outbreak
Ooh.
File 1 or File 2?
File 2. I mean,
Oh, dude.
obviously Outbreak.
Just gonna be after the remake
Outbreak
hiatus.
File 2
Yeah.
goes after File 1, right?
After File 1 is Outbreak File 2, and then 4, and it's like, I could go further, but...
After 4, what game comes?
After 4, it's actually Deadly Silence.
Ooh.
Alright.
Fairgale, I assure you, I'm gonna try my hardest that Outbreak File 2 doesn't take nearly as long as Outbreak File 1 did. See, again, Outbreak 1 only took so long because Resident Evil 3 Remake and Resident Evil Village came out during its run. If you took those out of the equation, I would have only been on Outbreak File 1 for maybe 1 year at most.
Yeah,
well,
because you also have to do the gun review.
Yeah, you have to do the weapon review and stuff.
Well, with
Yeah, you
my
have to do gun review
experiences
after
with
the
and-
playthrough.
And now you've already decided that one foul one is
And
gonna be
you
the
also have
hiatus
some
and the new
personal stuff
remake
to
in
take care
Arab,
of.
so
Yeah, so the full
my
plays
hot
in
gonna have to
general.
wait.
Yeah, it's gonna wait, and the full plays in general. I'm gonna, at this rate, I'm gonna be on the full plays for like the next 20 years, man.
Hey, man, it's content. It is
It is
content.
content.
By the time we get
We're
to
gonna be
Village,
on
Resident Evil
15
fucking
by
Resident
the
Evil
time you
10
catch
will
up.
be out.
Yeah, it will
Or
be
11.
probably. All right.
Although I know Final
The
2
more
is going
that
to cause
takes,
some
the more
issues
games
because
come
of the
out.
sizing
Because like
stuff.
at the
Right?
The
time
more
you
you know.
at the
Alright.
time you began the full plays, I think Rev 2 was the most recent title, or maybe Umbrella Corp.
It was Rev 2 because I started the full plays in like November or December of 2015. Who's
Hey,
that?
last minute cameo.
Sonar? Wow,
What's up?
last minute, literally.
Oh my gosh.
You got here just the right time. We're about to finish up.
Yeah,
I mean,
we only have
another
3 questions left.
Well,
You joined the last minute.
you can be a part of
Sorry.
like the last 3 questions if you want. Alright.
Sorry,
It's all
real life
good.
stuff. I just jumped in at the last minute then.
Yeah, why not? We're still here. So, okay, let's move on. We literally have 3 questions left. Alright? So, this first, we got Aaron Williams. What would you do if you were outside and heard some lady outside screaming, "Help me"? I would follow the sound and see what the hell it's all about and hopefully help the damsel in distress. Hopefully it's not a ruse to kidnap me, though.
Oh, I've heard of those. I've seen that I've seen that sort of thing can happen to your character in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay.
That somebody tries to trick you into thinking somebody's actually getting hurt, but then you get hurt yourself.
Yeah, but
of course.
since you play as a gangster, you can shoot the guy who tried to beat you up.
Yeah, so that actually happened to me one time.
No shit. Is
Oh
that...
boy.
Oh damn! In real life?
Yeah, quick explanation. One day, my nephew, he got sick, like after he went to a pool, and my mom, she wanted me to go get a Tylenol pill in her car. So I went out and I was opening the door and I was, looking for the Tylenol, found the Tylenol, and then I just started hearing some lady screaming, "Hey!" I'm like, "Yo, what is going on?" So what I decided to do was run back in my house and lock the door.
Oh man.
Yeah, so then I told my parents, I was like, "Yo, some ladies outside screaming for help." So, long story short, two people were walking their dogs, and they ended up like fighting each other, and then one of the dogs started attacking the lady.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well,
That
okay,
doesn't
so
sound nice.
they weren't kidding.
Yeah, they weren't kidding. It was definitely
Yeah,
real.
well, thank God. We better be safe than sorry, as shitty as that
You have
sounds.
scans. Yeah. WW's helps, right? At the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll go across in order like usual for anyone who might answer that differently than I did and Aaron did. So we'll start with you, Manu. What would you do in that situation?
Well, if I heard like a woman or someone in general like screaming for help, I would probably well, depending on what I was doing, but if I might just check what's going on out of curiosity, like from a safe distance, and then gauge. But not to sound rude, but I probably wouldn't actually intervene.
That's understandable. That's
yeah.
a whole what would you do situation right there. And
Because I don't know, I feel like morally speaking, someone would be like, I would try to help, but then I try to think of myself realistically in that situation, and I'm like, would I really?
yeah, and that's not.
Oh, no,
I understand that's not saying that you don't think they deserve help, but it's like you're just.
It's putting your you have to think. You also have to think about yourself. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
just...
exactly.
Yeah, but
I'm like, I'm not really the heroic type. I'm sorry, but it's just not me. So
Yeah, I get it,
There's
man.
no shame in not being a hero.
You do something in a scenario, but when you actually get put in that scenario, would you
if
act?
I was with a if I was with a group of people who all saw that and then like went there, then if we could go there as a group, then sure. Like if it's just me,
Yeah, that it would change dramatically if you were with a group of people, for sure. 'Cause then you all
And funny
collaborate.
enough, if someone were to call for my help, but it looked suspicious, I'd actually ask another passerby if they could assist me, just to make sure.
if it looks real serious, I might just phone an emergency instead.
All right. So, Fairgale, is that your answer to that question? What you just said?
Yes, I'd actually find me some backup before going in case.
That's probably smart, to some extent. All right. What about you? It's Frights.
I mean, I would just say a similar answer to the previous answers, but usually when I hear a woman screaming help, it's a bunch of Ganado stealing Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Nice. That happened. That's something you do not intervene on.
That was perfect.
You probably have to.
Hey man, just a casual Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. All right,
It's a
Aaron.
weekend.
You were the one who asked the question, and you gave your scenario already, so that's cool. We'll move on to Fire Mario. What about you? Are you even still awake, bro?
He should go to sleep. You're that sleepy.
If it's real late and you are gonna hop off, then you might just want to go, man.
I know.
Like,
I was
don't fall
gonna
asleep
say
on
you're.
stream.
You need to have a
Yeah, but to answer this question, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to call the police.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But okay. I think I'll do one last thing before I leave. Just tell me the last two questions, and I will answer them, and then I'll go.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's do that. So you can take off and get some rest, man. So the other two questions for you, Fire Mario. Let me see. If they're okay. So, what are your thoughts on an Ark Thompson return for the main series entry with Leon? Do you know who Ark Thompson is?
Nah.
He's from Resident Evil Survivor, the first one. He's the main character.
Oh yeah.
I never paid attention to that one much.
Don't know because I didn't play Gun Survivor, and even if I watched the Evelyn episode, well,
Yeah.
that would be kind of bizarre.
Yeah, he's only in one game, and he supposedly has a connection to Leon in some way, maybe. But, yeah, he's he's not really known. He is a person that I actually would like to see return in some form, as well as many other characters. But yeah, if you never played it, then yeah, you wouldn't really be able to answer that accurately.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and answer the final question then. What is your favorite Resident Evil jump scare?
Oh, easily the baby jump scare in Resident Evil 8 when he smashed the door.
That is a pretty significant one. I'll give you that.
Yeah. And that's just because we were in the dark.
You are
after taking the fuse.
That is a pretty good one. All right, man. There you go.
Okay. That was a very, very funny moment. Yeah. Almost, almost 10 hours. No, wait, 9. 9 hours. Oh my god.
Yeah,
9
man.
hours?
Well,
Been at this for a while.
I commend you for sticking it out this long.
Yeah, that-
Most
that
people
does
would have
take
dipped
some
it by now.
Yeah.
Wait, what time is it for you?
3:30 a.m.
Jesus. That's a lot.
Same time for me. Go figure.
Holy shit. You all are
Yeah,
insane.
they're
Oh,
on the
don't
other
blame me.
side
I
of the
stood up till
world.
4 a.m. yesterday, but still.
Okay.
Why do you
Okay,
think I
guys.
just came in now?
All right, Fire Mario. Well, you get some rest, man.
See ya.
See you later, dude.
What's up? Sleep
Good night,
Goodbye.
good.
man.
Goodbye.
But all right.
Yeah.
Well, get
Oh,
back
Jesus.
up. So back to the woman screaming question, I guess. So next, oh, well, Flamingo. What did you think? Are you there?
Flamenco might be having another Discord issue.
And it's affecting you heavily.
Well, Flamenco seems to be suffering from this more than anyone else.
I think the friggin' TGS studio chat is just completely sick of us by now.
Nah. It's just that it's been going on for.
Well, I'll help him out.
Jesus. Oh, Sonar joined.
I just disconnected him so he could come back in, if he wants. But okay, Grandmaster.
Oh, goddess, we've been doing this for 9.5 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
Been a while.
We're
Let's see
all
if we can at least make it before it hits 10, alright?
almost
I'm pretty
there.
sure we can.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so Grandmaster on me, Ultima. What would you do in a situation if you heard a woman screaming?
Yeah, I think if I heard some woman screaming, if I was inside my house or inside my room in particular, my bedroom, I don't think I would actually hear her. I can barely hear anything outside.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, because it's actually built rather solidly. I mean, in the second floor, maybe if I was on the ground floor, maybe I'll hear something. But even if I did hear something while I was outside, I would not interfere because
Okay.
because I'm not really into interfering with other people's businesses, and just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna ask the last two questions because
Are you ready to
9.5 hours. Yeah, I really have to.
Maybe this is what we should do for just the remainder. Is let's answer the last three questions per person or something, and then we could just go.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for just jumping in when you guys were all tired and stuff.
I
It makes me
know.
feel like I wasn't as
Pretty much,
important.
Yeah.
Despite the
So,
fact that it's
yeah.
late as hell
Yeah.
for me, I'm actually not all that
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
I'm surprised,
sleep
honestly.
or
You've been
anything.
in here. I mean, you've been in here since the start. I'm surprised people aren't tired.
Yeah. All right.
My sleep schedule is weird, so
Grandmaster.
It's 8 p.m. for me. So even if it was like 3 a.m., I would still be up. So I like.
Yeah, in terms of questions.
The furthest I can go without sleep is for 4 a.m. After that, I can't anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Where we at in terms of questions?
So,
Yeah,
Grandmaster, your thoughts on Ark Thompson return for main entry series?
Yeah. Okay. So if we were to discuss Ark Thompson returning, why not also discuss what was his name? His name is Bruce. Bruce
McGivern. Yep.
McGivern. Yeah, alongside Fong Ling, who are basically just Discount Leon and Ada, pretty much. So
True.
if you argue Ark Thompson bringing back, why not bring those two back?
Yeah.
In general, I don't want any of them to be back because they are the most one-dimensional characters in the entire series. And trust me, I've looked up everywhere. They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's agreeable.
Yeah, and pretty much. And my all-time favorite Resident Evil jump scare, I want to say that the giant fetus baby, but I would have to. I want to say that, but I'm gonna have to say the Oven Man.
Oh, and Resident Evil 4.
That one was completely unexpected.
That one is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Iconic.
And Yeah, and if he doesn't grab you, he'll just run around really fast, and he'll just drop to he'll just drop to his death. That like nothing has happened.
You can
So
examine the thing, and Leon is like, "What the heck was this doing in
yeah,
there?"
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go, and
All
this has
right, man.
been the best time ever, the
Yeah,
best
dude.
Alright,
time well
Grandmaster.
spent,
Yeah.
and
For
yeah,
sure.
pretty much.
Well, you
Yeah,
take it
so,
easy, Grandmaster.
Yeah, stay solid, man.
All right, later.
Alright, take care.
And no
Okay.
one bites the dust.
Almost died.
Bye.
Almost died.
Yeah.
Almost there. All right, so back to the lady again. Flamingo, are you there?
Attempting to. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you, so that's good. Okay, so what would you do if you were outside and heard some lady screaming, "Help me"?
I mean, I'd like to say I'd actually try to help, simply because that's just who I am. I mean,
Right.
I just like helping people.
Yeah. Similar to my answer, I would actually investigate and try to find a
Yeah.
way to help out. All right, Hinata.
As for me, I probably investigate, and if it's severe enough, call the cops first before deciding on whether or not to intervene.
Gotcha. All right, Frey.
I would look at what's happening and look at my surroundings and I says, maybe I should stay and help or maybe I should try to get back up. And based on that, I would decide whether I would immediately help or whether I would like run or get some other help. But I wouldn't just go and help immediately because I watch a lot of horror movies and I know that people can get baited and I don't want that to happen to me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right. And finally, your first question you'll actually answer, Sonar.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. I think I would try to help her. At least, like, I'd go out and try to help her. But depending on what she explains to me next, I'd either continue to help her, like see what's wrong and all that, or just give her some advice, like to maybe help her through it, and then just go back to minding my own business. It depends on the situation.
Right. All right, perfect.
Or just to go in panic mode. Help me! I dropped my phone and it broke.
I don't know about that. That's what
Alright. Okay, so now the rest of us can answer this one. Thoughts on Ark Thompson return for a main series entry with Leon. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm totally
This one should go
for
really fast.
I'm totally for any of those one-off characters to make a return somehow, like Grandmaster said, like yeah, Ark, Bruce, Fong, and other ones, you know, and other spin-offs or main games. Like, of course, I still want Carlos and Billy to make a comeback. So, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
But for that specifically, Ark Thompson return for a main series entry with Leon. It really depends on what the storyline proposed would be. It would have to be pretty, I don't know, I feel like specific in order for
Convincing?
them, yeah, for them to be teaming up like that. It would have to be pretty like specific.
Want Bruce back, not Ark.
Yeah, I personally would like Bruce over Ark first. Yeah, I agree.
At least he actually tried coming off as cool. At least he made an effort.
Yeah. It just, unfortunately, I don't know which voice dialogue is worse. Like, Survivor 1's or Dead Aim's. They're both mediocre and are even worse than the first game.
Survivor 1. I'm not. No. Dead Aim is far superior. At least there is a bit of humor. At least there's a bit of humor in some of the dialogue in Dead Aim. Survivor 1 just fucks it.
I get that. All right, Manu, what are your thoughts on that scenario?
Right, so my issue with Dark Thompson returning would be simply that since he only appeared in Survivor and too much few people know about Survivor, they would be like, who the heck is this guy? So I say maybe like if they were to bring him back, you need something like some sort of like Survivor remake or like
wow.
Survivor and Dead Aim remakes of some sorts. Like I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be kind of nice if it did, just to bring more light to the character, and then you could bring him back. I don't know.
There, yeah. All right.
I mean, I always had the hunch that they could like make an Unknown Chronicles game where they basically do an on-rail shooter of Survivor and Dead Aim.
Yeah, and I've said before, we have plenty of content to make more Chronicles games. So, yeah, I would totally be open to something like that.
Plot twist: Capcom makes a Gaiden remake.
No,
there's actually quite a big fan base to advocate for that. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Yeah, there is somebody making a 3D remake, an actual 3D remake of Gaiden.
I've seen the video.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd like that.
No. Just no.
I'd rather take a Dino Crisis remake first, honestly.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, Hinata hated that idea so much she left.
And she's back.
Never mind, she likes that idea.
Alright, so it's Frights. What do you think?
For Ark Thompson returning, well, I actually haven't played Survivor. I mean, I plan to one day, but I think I'm not against any minor characters returning. Like, I'm always for it. They should, like, when I heard that they wanted to bring Billy into Infinite Darkness, like, I was so excited, but then they, like, didn't do that. And then Revelations 3, apparently that got canceled, but or at least that's like what leaks say. So I always want characters to return, but I think if they bring them back, they should have like a cool story. Like, I think they should make more game. Like, instead of just moving the timeline forward, we should get more. I think the Revelations games, just kind of in between games, is a good way. Like, they could really do something with maybe Leon and Ark Thompson's past, or maybe put Krauser in there. You know.
Revelations would be good.
Revelations 3 can probably
definitely should.
Between 7.
Want that, and on a Rev 3 game with Leon, and maybe even try to tie in the plots of Rev 1 and 2, because they both ended up pretty open.
Right. Alright. Aaron Williams, what do you think?
Well, like I said, I never played any of the Outbreak games. But
this is Survivor, but I bet it's the same case, huh?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Well, I definitely know who Ark Thompson is, but just I don't know. Just like Survivor is not the most known game or the best game, so if they would bring him back, then it's like
it's the first bad game.
Yeah, so it's like, A, who is this guy? And B, why should I care about this guy? Like, yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like I just feel like if you're gonna bring back a character, bring back somebody everybody wants to come back, and somebody who is actually, important to the story, and also somebody who's just somebody important and somebody everybody wants to see, rather than just somebody who nobody really cares about.
Yeah, say that to the Ark Thompson fan club.
I'm at the head out real quick. I gotta go check on something.
Yeah,
okay, dude.
Hopefully you can make it before we finish.
I'd even say bring Sheva back, because
yes, bring Sheva back. Yes.
Okay, good. There's only 7 of us.
We need fan service.
Hinata left again. I hope she.
But besides that, if you think about it, Sheva played a huge part because she's one of the people who literally killed Wesker.
True.
That's true.
Killed Wesker with those rocket launchers. So if you think about it, she's pretty important because she's the whole reason why one of the main series bad guys isn't alive anymore.
That's true.
That's a very good fact to bring her back.
Been advocating for that.
Bring her back, and might as well throw in Josh while you're at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Josh is a character I just want to see come back too.
All right.
That's cool. He has potential.
Yeah, but wouldn't he be a part of the now corrupt BSAA?
Well, maybe.
Well,
I want to know more
I don't
about
even
that
know
though.
because we haven't seen Josh or Sheva since RE5, which is all the way back in like 2009.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
We
that that
haven't.
bad?
So
Yeah,
Same with
so it's like
Jill.
we haven't seen
I
them.
didn't
We
know it was
haven't.
that long.
We don't know what they're doing. Like we don't even know what Jill's doing currently. The last time we saw Jill was in RE3 remake, but that was way back in like
Canon
during
wise,
the
she
outbreak
was
of
also
Raccoon
last
City.
seen on
plot
5.
wise, yeah, it was 5.
Yeah, canon
also
wise, the
the-
last time we saw her was in 5.
So
Yeah.
she's long
Yeah, Jill was
Last
There's
overdue.
also the letter in Web
Sheva.
2.
I mean,
Hey,
Jill
we're
was
right
like
back,
Josh
guys.
and
I'm gonna
Sheva
say goodnight to my
was
parents
canon.
real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, but
So it would just make more sense to bring back a character everybody wants to see, or somebody we just haven't seen in a while.
I was just about to get on Hinata for her answer, and she left again. There you go. What's going on?
What's he like?
The internet being the internet.
Hinata.
Discord moment.
Uh-oh. Might be having
Discord.
some issues.
Especially Xbox Discord moment.
Oh, no.
Xbox.
Well, hopefully get that fixed in a second, but go ahead, Frey. What do you think about that scenario?
Of what? What was the question again?
If Ark Thompson made a return in a mainline entry with Leon.
No.
No.
Just no.
Just
Just
no.
no.
Okay.
I don't know anything about him. Why should I care?
Oh, well, that's perfectly good. You can't answer it, is the case. Alright, what about
Yeah.
you? Sonar, like, do you know Ark Thompson?
Well, I recently saw Survivor, and it was only because I was bored and I was watching an Ink Ribbon video. Like, he's the guy who lost his memory in the Survivor, like, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really know much about him either, and I don't know how, like, there would be a good plot. Like, after thinking about this a while, I think Kevin would be a better choice for, like, going with Leon and stuff, because apparently they know each other, and if they had a game together, they can show, like, their dynamic and all that stuff. I don't think Ark Thompson has a fit for Leon better than Kevin, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good assessment.
The funny thing about Ark Thompson, people not knowing about him, for most of the game he had amnesia, so not even he knew about himself.
Oh, man.
Like, that was the point of the game, finding out who he is.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no shit, no one knows who Ark Thompson is. Not even Ark Thompson knows who Ark Thompson is.
Is it working yet? I don't think so.
Wait, I think she sent something in the server.
Oh, let me check that then.
Yes, it's Discord. Discord being Discord again.
Discord.
Yep, I believe it.
I don't normally do this stuff, so I don't know what Discord does.
That's what happens when you use Discord for way too long.
It just likes to disable your mic or boot you or do something stupid that you have to leave the channel and then re-enter.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
If
simply
you're
because
using it
of
through
like how many of
the
us there
Xbox
is.
just like me, then try just closing it and reopening.
Yeah.
Not the chat, just the entire tab.
Yeah, that could do something.
No, maybe refreshing the whole page helps.
Flamingo.
Yeah, what's up?
So I guess I'll ask you, what are your thoughts on an Ark Thompson return for the main series entry with Leon?
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend as if I know the character, but I mean, it'd probably be upsetting for people who want, like, you know, more important characters such as Carlos, who I mean, I'd like to see, or Billy, and you know, those characters. But I feel like it's a matter of, so long as they make the character interesting. I mean, you know, like, just make them better than what they were, than what the original like idea people had of them. Then it's fine. If you could somehow
Here's
make
one
them
thing
work, then it was worth it.
One thing I hope, if they ever bring any of those characters back, please don't just kill them off immediately, because that would be such a kick in the balls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I mean, if they can just,
slap.
if they're gonna bring back a character that isn't like, you know,
Imagine if Billy comes back and then he just straight up dies.
No, please no.
No.
But like I was saying, if they wanted,
he's been
if they
surviving
wanted
that
to
long
bring
with
back
him.
like a supporting cast character who isn't like the main, wanted ones. And, I don't see an issue so long as it's a good written character and they have used in the story and they aren't just there to be like, oh hey, we brought this obscure character back.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Give him a good reason to actually be there rather than fan service.
Hey, Natsa, I
Yay.
heard something.
Yeah, it's working now. Hell yeah.
Oh, I hate this one so much sometimes.
Oh my god. We're so close. So, what's your take on the Ark Thompson scenario?
I mean, if they're going to include a character like that's been in obscurity for a long time, even longer than Outbreak, then I highly recommend they make a new game from, even if it's not a remake of their original.
Right.
Just get them in a game and flesh out the backstories, give people a reason to care about the characters.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
As long as they
Discord
get
didn't
back
want me again.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get going with the final question. Oh my god.
Oh.
All right.
I'm back.
It's been more.
And
Questions.
How many hours has it
All
been?
questions.
just in time. All right.
In 9 minutes, it will be officially 10 hours.
Good lord.
Jeez.
All right. So the question is favorite Resident Evil jump scare, and for me, yeah, while the baby in Village with House Beneviento is the scariest moment that's occurred in a long time, and it's like that is my official answer for the scariest moment in any Resident Evil game. But favorite jump scare, not necessarily. Honestly, I've always loved the jump scares in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, like the original.
Yes.
Like, there's quite a few of them, like when you're going through the streets.
Crashing into the department.
Or when
Zombies
Nemesis breaks through the window in the RPG.
There it is. That's the one. That is my favorite jump scare. Nemesis through the window of the RPD. That one will never
I'm gonna go with that
phase
one.
out.
Even
remember you
the sound design was so well in that part
on the
too.
Let's Play that
Like,
there's
here's a rocket
one
launcher that makes
specific on the streets and where like crows jump up burst out of a window that you said always gets you.
That's another one, yeah. It's either crows or Cerberus that jump out of that window. And there's plenty more where zombies like burst through doors or jump out apartment windows or stuff like that. Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Apartment windows? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
or just building windows in general. But yeah, they just come out all of a sudden in a couple areas at least. But yeah, that Nemesis one is the best for me. So, Manu, what's your favorite jump scare if you didn't say it already?
So for me, I'm actually have to go to say Mr. X bursting through the wall in 2 make. Because
Oh,
not only is it an iconic one, because it's happened in the original, most people kind of compare to Jack Baker in 7, but yeah. But not just that, but because it may or may not happen, which is something that I appreciate. Like sometimes he does it, sometimes he doesn't, and that's that randomness factor that, if you ask me, makes it scarier. Because the problem with other jump scares is that they always happen. So once you know they're coming, they're gone. Like there's no scare factor.
mm-hmm.
The fact that there's that randomness with Mr. X that you might be thinking, is he gonna come out? And then you're scared, but nothing happens. And then you relax, and then boom.
Of course.
It's something like
Classics.
the first game that you play, you don't get it, but then the second one is like, oh my god! Like that could probably be a factor, like what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right, Fair Gale.
I actually got 2 jump scares. One that actually is my favorite jump scare, and one that I accidentally turned into a jump scare. So I'm going to talk about the accidental jump scare. So I was playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. I was getting the last medallion needed. It was in the room where all those zombies were laying dead. After I got the medallion, I kept my gun pointed at all the zombies that I thought were going to come up at me. What I wasn't expecting was a freaking licker to come up and one-shot me. Well, I mean, not one shot, like come up and face me.
Oh
That
wow.
motherfucker just jumped on me and scared the shit out of me. That technically wasn't supposed to be a jump scare, but I ended up turning it into one because
Right.
it just threw me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
My ultimate favorite, I think my all-time favorite jump scare would have to be, I'd say the classic dogs through the window.
What, in the
One.
original?
That's always good.
One.
Yes, the
Yes.
original.
Oh
In
man,
the mansion.
the Cerberus hallway, as I like to call it. Yep.
I want to point
Second
out
quote-
how I
the
like
second
what
one
the
has-
remake
my
does with
second
that
favorite-
one, where they only burst on the way back to subvert the players who play the original.
Right.
My second
Only
favorite
if
has
you
to
go
be,
through the
the
reverse
liquor
way.
through
If you keep
through
on going the same
through the
way, it
window
doesn't happen.
I know, but it's a good way to trip up players.
Yep, it is. It is indeed. Especially for players who play the first game, the original, and they expect to know everything.
Especially because the window cracks a little when you pass for the first time, and you're like, oh shit, here they come. Wait, what? Nothing?
But no, they don't. No, it's only if you come back. But even if you already passed the point where the windows are cracked, if you keep on going the same direction, the jump scare never happens. It's only if you go through the way by reverse. That's when they break.
I like this
I think it was pretty
clever
cool.
because
Yeah, it was pretty clever.
by the time you go, because when you go back, by that point you've already forgotten about it, and then when they show up.
Yeah.
Is that how you normally progress in the game? I haven't
I
played.
mean, you don't have to,
much
but
now.
most casual players end up going back and stumbling on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're
So-
smart, you just avoid that hallway forever, or you just keep on going the same direction to avoid them.
So,
Yeah.
Fair Gale, I realize I don't think you were exactly finished there, so you want to finish?
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did say what my favorite jump scare was.
Okay. So, yeah, they kind of cut you off a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Bad.
I'm sorry.
All right. It's Fright's favorite jump scare.
Bad apologies.
Favorite jump scare? Well, I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but one thing that always kind of catches me off guard is an RE1 remake when you're in the caves, and it's the little section where Lisa Trevor is, where just like maneuvering around that area.
Oh,
It's
yes.
very small, where like when you turn, I feel like she could be right there. And it's just,
True.
you have to have a very good sense of where she is. So especially on harder difficulties,
Mm-hmm.
or say completing the game with, when I was doing my run of completing the game without saving, that was one
Oh.
section where I was I gotta go from point A to point B quick.
Oh, dude. Yeah. That is a pretty unnerving section when I think about it.
Music doesn't
You just
help.
gotta be on your toes.
So, Aaron Williams, favorite jump scare.
Dang, there's
There's a
multiple, but I'll give a quick three. So, first one was definitely an RE7 because I was the one Resident Evil 7. Well, that was the one Resident Evil game I was actually scared to play. That was the first one that legitimately made me not want to progress.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It was scary. It was really scary in a lot of parts in that game.
yeah. So I remember
the atmosphere is really good.
Yeah, so after the whole garage fight and everything, and once Jack respawns when you go get that statue in the bathroom in the bathtub. So how he's just stalking the house. So I went back to the area to get the silver head, I think the silver dog head by the clock. And when I was going back, Jack burst through the wall, and I didn't know.
You were running.
Yeah, I was running, so I'm just casually running. Okay, I got the dog cat, and he just burst through the door, and I started freaking out. I'm like, what? Why can't I'm like?
Usually does that sooner, so yeah.
Yeah, so every time I go through that corridor, I'm always just waiting for that jump scare.
There you go. That one got a lot of people. There's whole compilations of streamers like getting scared by that one moment. So that's up there for sure.
Yeah.
Because they aren't Resident Evil veterans like us people.
True.
Yeah, I never played the original, so I never
they're just
like
social
Mr.
streamers.
X.
They're the OGs.
Yeah. Another one is in Dark Side Chronicles playing Operation Javier, because after a while, because I haven't played Dark Side Chronicles in about a few years at that point, and PS Now allows you to like stream older games. I was like, let me play some Dark Side Chronicles. It's been a while. So I'm playing Operation Javier, and then the camera just quickly turns into this giant spider tarantula with eyes. I literally dropped my controller and just ran out the room. I yelled, dropped my controller, and ran out the room. And when I went back in, I was dead.
As a person with arachnophobia, that is terrifying.
Yes, yo, I have.
I bet you would have had a heart. I bet your heart would have skipped a beat.
I'm not. I'm telling you. After that, when I went back in the room, so I died, and it was like continue or no. I just turned my PS5 off. I didn't play, or I didn't get back on until 2 hours later when my sister decided to play with me.
The classic scare quit.
Yeah, and last one. What was the last one? The last one was with what's his name?
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, Mr. X.
Mr. X
gonna give it to that song. And RE2 remake. I never got far into the original, and I never even played the B scenario for OG RE2 because, like I said, I could not save my game at all. So I never got to the B scenario. So I never knew Mr. X was a thing. I never knew the Tyrant was a thing. I never knew that. So I was just casually playing, and then that whole helicopter scene happened. I'm like, okay, well, I know there was a Tyrant in this game, so I'm not that scared. But then I was playing as Leon, so I went to the hallway where you had to go do the whole Clover key thing and stuff like that, and there was a liquor in there. So I was walking, and I didn't hear Mr. X at all. I did not hear him, and it was mostly because I didn't have any sound because my Xbox was just being a piece of crap, and I didn't have any sound.
Wait, are you talking remake?
Remake.
Talking 2 remake?
Remake. 2 remake.
You were in the stars, weren't you?
Yeah. I was.
Yeah, alright, I know.
Yeah. So I was.
It's in the B scenario, in the second run. That's how you meet him in the second run.
Yeah. So I'm just casually strolling along, and this dude he comes out of nowhere. He just bursts through the door, hits me, and since the liquor was in the hallway, I just started freaking out. I'm like, okay, so I can't run, I can't shoot, but at the same time, I have this bioorganic weapon ready to just smush my face into the dirt. So
And you also can't walk either.
Yeah, so it's like I can't run, I can't shoot. So what do I do? So I ended up dying badly. I got hit by Mr. X again, and then I got hit by the liquor and died. And I was like,
damn. Hey, listen, I don't know. Mr. X was just walking his dog, man. You don't mess with a man and his dog.
All
His
right.
dog got a little rabbit there.
Very, very
real answer. Flash him. There you go.
I love how that was going to be quick, but that was almost 5 minutes.
Well,
That's okay.
It was a funny story, though.
3.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like good song?
All right, Flamengo Sama.
Both of them are Re5. So my favorite one, and I mean, I guess it ain't scary, but it's the scene after Irving escapes. It's saved by Jill, who has the crow mask on at the time.
Yeah.
And it's the guys on the truck with the turret. You get rid of them, and then there's the porta potty essentially, and you have to knock on it. I think it's like 5 times or something like that, right? And so it opens, and it's just a zombie or a Majini like jumping out on you. It's not scary, but I mean, it's just it's my
I didn't know
favorite
that
just
could
because of how
happen.
But it
fun
got
is.
ya.
It's definitely because it's like I'm expecting like, dude, there's gotta be something weird in here, but I wasn't expecting some guy ready to grab me. It's just like nice, but honestly, like genuinely scary is when you meet the lickers for the first time and you have to get on the elevator. You hear it's that moment of you're thinking, okay, well I didn't make any noise, so I'm fine, right? You hear the
Yeah.
glass breaking, and then
True. Lickers in RE5 are insane.
Their claws.
And then they just give you
Anyone
what
who
they want
played
to make
anyone
noise.
who
But,
played
like,
through
you don't-
RE2 and then got to that and saw those fuckers return is like, oh no.
But yeah, no, it's like all you hear is the glass breaking, and you're thinking, oh no, something's about to go down. And it's just an entire army of lickers ready to chase you down while you're waiting for the elevator. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, come on, any minute now.
Wait,
That means
Lore-wise,
you
that was
break down
Chris's
a
first
door.
time
you get
fighting
to
the
break
lickers,
down a
wasn't
door
it?
with your partner.
Yeah, you have to bust down the door.
But you have no choice but to make noise.
Nothing
Well,
can you
yes,
from a
but I
key.
mean,
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't know what the point of not making noise was if you still had to make noise.
it's a
Yeah.
matter of thinking you have safe space. No, I get the idea that they were going for, but so like that was genuinely a great moment. And then there was another one of those moments before the Wesker fight, the 2-on-2. That was also because Chris is trying to move the what's it called, the like heavy metal or whatever, and then Sheva's trying to help you out by sniping from afar, and then you have like all those lickers chasing you down.
Oh
Surprisingly
yeah.
tough
I
area.
know what you're talking about.
Just in general, I feel like Resident Evil 5 has like gave lickers a lot of justice in terms of how they use them.
They sure did.
I
It
hate
did.
the insta kill attack though. That one is just not
Like I
fair.
was
Dude, when I
saying,
was
though,
younger, I've never understood that. But of course,
like I
you
was
get
saying,
one.
also like RE5 the first and so far only time Chris encounters lickers in canon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Actually.
Yes, it is. It's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting shit.
Just facts to take note of. Okay. Hey, Nato. Favorite jump scare.
I don't even remember anymore. I'm trying to actually think. If I had to pick if I had to pick one, I guess it would have to be an OG one, the first Resident Evil, and the Starburst jumps through the window for the first time.
Udo?
That is officially the first jump scare. I mean, well, no, it could depend entirely on what path you take. That's either the first jump scare people experienced, or it's the closet zombie, the keeper, and where you find the keeper's diary, because you look at it.
Technically, I know some people technically consider just the first zombie a jump scare, but not really.
Oh, the first one when he turns around after biting Kenneth's head off.
Yeah, I don't
I know
like
some
that
people
jump scare.
consider it a jump scare, but I say it's just a scare in general, not a jump one.
Yeah.
I think it's just a scene to like increase tension and to increase fear.
That's a tense scare rather than a.
Here's a better one. In fact, if you investigate the main hall front door to try to go back out, and the Cerberus head like comes into it all of a sudden, and then you close the door on it. That could be considered a jump scare for sure.
Yeah.
The way it just appears all of a sudden.
The Cerberus actually gets into the main hall.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, in the remake they changed it where if you do that, the Cerberus gets into the main hall and attacks you.
Is that your
It's the
answer?
one and only time where there's an enemy on the main hall.
Yep, actually true. It's the only time.
Yeah, I've actually done it too. I actually completely forgot about that.
Is that your answer, Frey, for favorite jump scare?
No.
What is it?
There's no way a Cerberus is gonna scare me. I'm going with Nemesis too, with the OG when he breaks into the window of the RPD.
All
The
right.
sound design, brilliant. Like how it's in the RPD music's playing, right? That's already scary enough. And then you're just like walking, you hear the window break, and then the music stops, and then quickly fades into his theme where he's like stalking you.
Yeah.
And then you like go down, and then he breaks into it. I think that was done brilliantly.
Major tension build right there.
Yep, really,
Not to
really
mention
awesome.
the fact that he packs a rocket launcher, and by that
Oh
time,
yeah,
it's the
he has
first
a
time
rocket
you see
launcher
him
then.
with it.
More scarier. Than
Oh
you
yes.
like the players get a taste
The
of their
first
own
time you
medicine.
play that, it's like, what the fuck? He's got a fucking bazooka.
Yep.
Players get a taste of their own medicine because they have been using rocket launchers in the first few games to take on.
Yeah.
Now Nemesis has one.
Tyrants hate rocket launchers. This one makes you hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Sonar, you are gonna conclude this for us. So give us your answer.
I remember, Sonar. You need to make your answer as quick as possible. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not going to derive you.
No
I'll
pressure.
make a 10-minute speech. Don't worry.
Okay. So I have two myself, and one of them is from Resident Evil 7, which actually was my first game in the series, and oh my god, like that left an impression on me for the rest of the series. I was kind of nervous to like go the rest of them because obviously Resident Evil 7 is a very scary Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yep. Yeah.
the jump scare from there, my favorite, I think, is when like in the greenhouse when Marguerite ends up breaking through that window and she just grabs Ethan's legs and holds him up and is like, like that got me.
That would have gotten me too when I played it, but unfortunately I got spoiled, so I already knew that was coming.
Bang. And then
yeah, but there were other couple of jump scares that I did know that did got me. I love those.
Yeah, spoiling gets something, but you get a few good.
Yeah, I remember when I was like playing it, my brother was in the room, and I was like, "There's no way this game's ever gonna scare me." Five seconds later, one of those random comes in from the ceiling, and I get freaking scared.
Actually, that reminds me. Just want to say something trivia for anyone playing RE7 Fighting Marguerite. I've read up online that the general misconception is people that shoot at her like weird crotch nest.
Oh.
It actually makes her take less damage than normal. Her weak spot's just the head, like a normal thing.
Really?
Wow.
Wait,
Actually,
no shot.
going for the crotch
No
nest
shot.
actually makes her take less damage. I think it
No
makes
shot.
her stun more.
Wow.
Are you serious?
No way.
What's the
I
point of
think
wasting all my
like,
bullets?
I always thought that was her weak spot.
I think
Yeah.
it stuns her more
It's meant
easily,
to-
but the real weak spot's the head. Like I looked it up online with like people like data mining and finding the data. You're like, oh yeah, the head's the real weak spot.
Wow.
Wow.
There's a
Thank you for that.
Unbelievable.
That's a big troll move right there. That's a big troll move.
Oh.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
counterintuitive as fuck. But hey, there's a tip for
Especially
anyone
with
ever
how scarce
in that
sometimes
fight.
the ammo can be. Or how
the head,
slowly
don't go
spongy
for
the enemies
crotch.
are. Dude, that's a troll move.
Seriously. So what's
The
the other
developer
one,
did that on
Sonar?
purpose.
Yes.
Wait, what?
What's the other
Oh.
one that you?
And my second one? Okay. The second one is from a Resident Evil 3, which it was after like play Resident Evil 7, like I had my GameCube, I decided to try another Resident Evil game, so I got Resident Evil 3. Which I think
OG
is
or remake?
OG.
Okay.
Which is sort of actually my favorite Resident Evil game. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
when I was in Carlos in the hospital, like when the Hunter came out and it slashed the zombie shit off, that was the first time I saw a Hunter, and I was like,
Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
The introduction to the Hunter beta.
There's always making
Yeah.
an impression. There's no
I think
way.
I ended up getting my head cut off, which that just scared me more. And I was like, oh my god.
Hunters can be quite scary in their OG games.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw it, and it was pretty
Especially
scary.
like, yeah, and like OGRE 300 betas that just look like weird and deformed.
I think they're supposed to be. Now, after I looked up,
I know, but like
They are.
they just look fucked up.
But it looks like they got a lot of pimples on them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So finally, okay. That has been the last Q&A on this
Wow.
YouTube channel.
Oh Holy.
That
Wow.
was.
Holy crap! That was 10 hours. Of
Oh, that was 10
I
hours,
feel pretty
right?
honored getting the last
Sweet
question.
lord,
Yeah,
and
10
I've
hours and
actually ended
almost
up
15
sitting
minutes.
here the
Yeah.
entire 10 hours.
So
Jesus.
what I
the
did
stars
real
are
quick.
turning in and start
Oh my god!
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
So
I
long
wish
as
I
you were
was
there.
here the whole time, but circumstances were getting the better of me, so I couldn't be here the whole time. But I'm
Yeah,
glad I
I
stuck it
can't-
out to this part.
It's all
I'm
good,
surprised
man.
nothing came up that
Yeah.
stopped me from from
You do
I'm
it, Phil,
surprised
don't
nothing.
worry.
I am surprised. Again, I said this once already, but yeah, I'm surprised the stream was totally unbroken the entire time on my end. Like, I'm surprised I didn't have an encoding issue or my internet didn't flip flop for like a second or something. And yeah, it's taken all of your guys' feeds very well. It's like, I really wish I created the Discord years ago, because that would have been a much better alternative for featuring guests on these Q&As, honestly, because look how easy this is. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's better late than never, though.
Yeah, definitely. All right, but I appreciate everyone who came into Discord to participate in this and answer all these questions. It's the ultimate reason it ended up nearly twice as it ended up twice as long as it intended. Like, totally.
I'm just happy I got to be here for the whole thing.
Yeah,
It was a
right.
pleasure being here, man.
Seriously. And of course, thank everyone who might still be watching on YouTube that wasn't in the. What is me
Alright, who's-
16? Wow,
No.
dude. Wow, way to fucking
Nice.
Dude,
Nice.
we're ending.
man.
How did you do the game before you
Right
ended?
now.
I literally got nervous for a second. What the hell was that? Oh my gosh. Okay, but yeah, to anyone who's still watching,
Time of that today.
anyone who's still watching in YouTube and not even in here, man, appreciate everyone who tuned in to this Q&A. It's definitely by far the greatest Q&A of all time that I've ever did. Takes all of them by storm. So yeah. And this is the last one, so I'm not just gonna say my usual outro. There's gonna be like a goodbye attached to it, basically. Join Discord if you want to ask me questions still, of course. So
Yeah, the end of an era.
Well,
alright. So for the final time, for Q&A wise anyway, this is Shankster94, aka the Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Shankster_. Oh my god, Shankster_94. Check out my Facebook page, support me on Patreon. Shout out to Feargale the Fearless right in the top center right there for being my one and only active patron. And shout out to other patrons of the past like Carlos Aranda, Bill Plumley, and Riddles11 for being past patrons. And of course, thank you all again for participating and making this thing happen. This couldn't have gone better. Like I was imagining how this was go, and this blew my expectations like through the roof. So
Truly a pleasure.
you're very welcome, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
I really
golden
enjoyed it.
punching experience.
Yeah. And of course, for those who haven't already, check out this Discord server that's being featured right here, Shankster's Hub. Like, I'm going to show you guys the menus real quick. Like, take it out of full screen. Look at all these channels that I have on the left here. Like, yeah, it's a great place for you guys to talk Resident Evil stuff about me and my channel and other things in general and do other things. So, feel free to check it out if you haven't already, okay? Alright guys, so peace out for the final time. I will see you all on regular content and other live streams, because I'm definitely not done live streaming. I love to stream games, so it definitely will happen again in the future. So you'll have another opportunity to see me live. But Q&A wise, we are done with YouTube. Alright, peace out everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Adios.